Sis, I have something important to tell you. Is this a good time? It's been a while. What's going on? Dad hasn't been feeling too well lately, so I'm taking him to the hospital. Will you come with me? Huh? Hospital again? I mean, why do I have to go too? It's true that you just went there the other day, but this time it's more serious. The doctor wants to examine him more closely. It wasn't something important, right? It was. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Well, he's old. You'll come with me, right, sis? I don't want to. Why don't you two just go? You guys always do. I'd be lonely on my own. I need someone to keep me company. Maybe they'll announce something important. What? A big announcement? Like a terminal diagnosis? You're overreacting, aren't you? I'm worried when I see Dad. I think he wants you to come too. I'm sorry I can't. I'm busy with work. I'm working too. You're just a part-timer. Don't compare me to you. I used to be a full-time employee, but I had to take care of Dad, so I became a part-timer. Please, will you go with me to the hospital just once? You're so stubborn. I told you I can't. Can't you do something about that? I'm sorry, but I don't have time for your selfishness. What do you mean, selfish? See you later. Wait a minute, sis. Sis, I have some updates for you. Huh? What now? Don't ask me to go to the hospital again. Our father is in critical condition. What? Why don't you hurry over here right now? You didn't come to visit him at all. I think he'd at least like to see you one last time. So the time has finally come. What do you mean? Never mind, I'll be there, don't worry. Oh, and has the funeral been planned yet? Wait a minute, sis. I'm telling you that he is in critical condition. I never said anything about a funeral. Got it. Maybe I'm rushing into things. It's an impending issue. I'll be there tomorrow. They said the worst of it is making it through tonight. If you don't come now, I'm afraid it might be too late. Well, that's just the way it is then. But I'll be there, don't worry. I'll have to take what I can get. Sis, what are you talking about? Are you listening to me? Are you following me? Our father is in critical condition. You may never see him again. Are you okay with that? I know, you're overreacting. We haven't seen each other for the past few years. It doesn't mean much to me when you say that we won't be able to see each other anymore. I'm like, okay. For you, maybe, but for him, it's not. You should come today. Are you really his daughter? You should at least be by his deathbed with me. You forced me to take care of him. Why don't you honor him for the last time? Shut up, you little goody two-shoes. You were only with him for the money, weren't you? Huh? I know you were with him for his inheritance. Whatever you've planned is useless because I'm the eldest daughter. Okay, I know we're rich. Our grandfather is rich. You're hiding it, aren't you? What are you talking about? Anyway, I'll take it all. I'll try to get there early. I have to go before someone takes it away from me. I don't know what you're talking about, but you better get here soon, before it's too late. Sis, where are you now? You had already left the hospital room before I knew it. I'm already home. Huh? Home? I don't like hospitals. They smell like medicine. You have to be quiet. Well, your father is dying. You're being so dramatic. It's not true that her father is dying, is it? That's what the doctor said, so I'm sure. He's holding on for now. I shouldn't have rushed over there. I took a day off to go all the way out there. You don't have to say it like that. Your father is going through a rough time. And I don't know if it's the meds or what. Dad just slept the whole time and couldn't even talk to me. I went there with such high expectations. I wish I could have that time back. Expectations? What did you expect? Nothing. Well, maybe soon enough. Huh? I'm going out for a drink with friends. You're going out for a drink? At a time like this? Shut up! All that matters right now is that you're next to him. Well, if something happens to him, call me again. I might not be able to pick up the phone right away, though. Sis, I tried to call you several times, but I couldn't get through, so I'm going to text you. Dad passed away. What? When? Right after you went home. Wow! I didn't expect it to be so soon. I'm so sorry. If you'd stayed at the hospital, you could have been by his deathbed. What can I do? I didn't think he'd die today. What are you talking about? I told you he was dying. Okay. I have to make arrangements for the wake and funeral. You'll help me, right, sis? I'm too busy. Busy? You're the one who took care of Dad. You should be the one to take care of him to the very end. I can't believe that's coming from his own daughter. But I'll be at the wake. Hey, sis. The funeral's over. Where are you? It's good that you and your husband came to the wake yesterday. You didn't do anything until now, but you acted like you're the eldest daughter, like you're so proud of yourself. You just got drunk and went to bed. You didn't attend the funeral today. You don't have a hangover or something, do you? If that's the case, I really doubt your humanity. I drank a lot yesterday for the first time in a long time. But as you can imagine, the alcohol has worn off. It's already 2 p.m. Why didn't you come to the funeral? I had some errands to run. What errands? Dad left me something good at the last minute. What? What good thing? I found his bank book. What? Well, my husband and I were just saying that we wanted to buy our own house soon. It's a good timing. What are you talking about? Even though we don't have kids, we didn't want to live in a small apartment forever. But now, we'll get to live in a big mansion. It's been a dream of mine for years to live in a house with a pool. I'm so happy to finally make my dream come true. No, I don't understand it all. Can you explain it? Dad had $3 million saved up, and I spent it all. Huh? $3 million from Dad? You're kidding. I'm not kidding. There was $3 million in his account. That's impossible. What do you mean you spent it? If you really did spend it, why are you telling me without showing any remorse? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. You're an idiot, aren't you? What? You've always been an idiot and not that clever. I've taken advantage of you. I never wanted to take care of my old father. I'm so glad you took care of him. And I get to keep all the good parts, don't I? So, what does that mean? Don't you get it? You really are dumb, aren't you? Well, I stole his bank book during the funeral. Stole? I was at my parents' house during the funeral, and I found his bank book in a drawer on a shelf in the living room. Wait a minute. I'm telling you, it's his fault, okay? He left it unlocked. He is so careless. I was right. Our father saved up a lot of money. I could buy a $3 million house with this money. That's not his money. What? What are you talking about? It was in his account, so it's his money. Did you check the name on the bank book? What? There's no way he has that much money. He was paying for Mom's nursing home. But the balance in the bank book was definitely $3 million. I counted the digits over and over to make sure. Not the amount. Look at the name printed in the bank book. The name is different. Could it be Grandpa's, hidden in the house? Huh? Grandpa's? You must have taken Grandpa's bank book by mistake because you were in a hurry to steal it. It's true. This is Grandpa's name. I didn't notice that at all. Well, their names are very similar. Well then, you didn't spend the money in the account without permission, did you? If Grandpa found out, you'll be in big trouble. If it's Grandpa's account, does that mean I can't use it? Of course you can't use it. But I'm his granddaughter. As his grandchild, can't I inherit it? Grandpa is still alive. What? Can't I inherit it if he's still alive? What are you talking about? Of course not. Well, what should I do? You took Grandpa's hidden savings without permission. You've completely messed up. You do realize that Grandpa is an active politician and is a very scary man, right? They call him the boss in the political world. Wait a minute. What's this? I'm going back to replace it right now. Huh? What do you mean replace it? I'll be over there as soon as I can. Get our father's bank book ready. I'll put Grandpa's bank book back where it belongs. After what you just said, there's no way I'm giving you our father's bank book. I don't understand how quickly you're going to change it to our father's bank book. And like I said before, he never had any inheritance to begin with. And to think that you snuck into our parents' house for that, I'm really disgusted. When did you become such a disgusting person? Now is not the time to be talking like that. I've already shown the account and paid the down payment. I can't undo it. I'm stunned. You've already signed the contract? Our father had some savings, right? Why don't I take it all? That doesn't work. Why not? It's written in the will. All of his savings went to Mom before his death. Since she's in a nursing home, he wants to make sure she can be taken care of. I think it's a very loving and wonderful thing he did. What about me then? Grandpa's pissed. What? Is he there? Of course he is. He was at the funeral. Dad is his own son. I see. Of course he'll make you pay back everything you spent. Well, you can't use it. There is security on it. I don't think you could spend it. Maybe he'll get mad at you for lying and stealing. Am I in trouble? Why did you tell Grandpa? It's your fault. Even if I hadn't said anything, the bank would have contacted him because of security. I'm sure Grandpa would have found out as soon as he looked into it. What about my mansion? I went to sign the lease as soon as I heard about him dying. I already borrowed and paid the down payment. What should I do? Don't ask me. Well, even if you bought the house, I guess they'll take away the mansion and you'll only be left with the down payment. What? You're kidding. I thought it was just a temporary thing, so I borrowed from a place where I could borrow quickly. I borrowed the down payment in a hurry from a slightly shady place. Will I get in trouble if I don't repay it quickly? I guess it depends on how shady the place is. Well, there's a good chance that the collectors are pretty shady. What should I do? Should I ask my mom for help? I mean, Mom has his savings, right? I would never allow that. To spend the money he left for Mom. Can't you see that's not something I would allow? Besides, Mother is appalled. You deserve to be completely ignored. Maybe I should ask Grandpa for help. It's not like I wanted to steal from Grandpa. I mean, I wasn't trying to steal from him. I just took it because I thought it was an inheritance that was going to go to me. It was inevitable. I don't think so. I think you should just shut up. Are you out of your mind, trying to depend on Grandpa after what you did? I just told Grandpa and he's giving a wry smile. Huh? Why did you tell him? I could have asked him differently. I'm sure you'd get the same reaction no matter how you ask. He's saying he's going to cut you off. Oh no! What should I do, Janet? If I don't do anything, those collectors will take me somewhere. Goodbye, sis. Goodbye? You don't care what will happen to me? I don't even consider you my sister anymore, so I don't care. Huh? Janet? I didn't really feel like we are family. To be honest, I didn't like you for a long time. I've finally come to the conclusion that I want to break it off with you. What? Why? What the hell did I do? You left me in charge of our father's care. You didn't come to visit him or help me. You stole Grandpa's bank book from the house during the funeral and tried to spend the money. As you can imagine, both my mom and Grandpa are disgusted. Remember that you offended all of your relatives. We're going to cut off ties with you from now on. Wait a minute. So you're saying no one will help me? I don't have this kind of money. Why don't you ask your husband? It seems your husband had the same idea. I'm afraid he won't be able to help you though because I'm sure he's a total jerk. Of course he agreed with me. Who wouldn't want to have a lot of money? It's not that easy to get a lot of money. Face the reality. By the way, our father didn't have any inheritance at all. I inherited his land. There's nothing for you to inherit. Huh? Then give me the land. It's worth a lot of money if you sell it, right? I'm your sister. I should be entitled to it. I only inherited it according to the will. It's not fair. You get the land and I get nothing? You're supposed to inherit the family house. I don't need that old house. Maybe you should just give up your right to inherit it so you don't have to pay anything. You'd have to renovate to sell it. Oh no! I'll be left with nothing but garbage. Well, that's one way to look at it. Or maybe it's Dad's way of reminding you of your old family. Either way, it doesn't seem to work for you. I don't think you can become a better person. I hope you and your husband can work together to pay off your debt. Wait a minute! Are you really going to give up on me? What about my mansion? Please ask Grandpa. I didn't mean to steal his money. I'm a stranger to you now, so I don't have to listen to you. Don't depend on our family, okay? Well then, goodbye. My sister was fired from her job along with her husband. It was, of course, my grandfather who made that happen. He is a politician and close to a number of business owners. The presidents of my sister and her husband's company were no exception. Both of them were unemployed and desperately looking for work, but they could not find a decent job, and their debts only grew. The contract for the mansion was also voided due to our grandfather's arrangements. My sister's longtime dream ended in vain. Things got even worse for her. Her stealing the bank book was reported to the police. She was arrested. She tried desperately to make excuses, but the influence of the grandfather was too great. She was at her wit's end. In court, her misdeeds were exposed in detail. She was ridiculed by many people. Her husband also abandoned her and filed for divorce. In the end, she lost everything and got no help from anyone. She is going to prison. Meanwhile, I bought a condominium with the inheritance my father left me. I went back to work full-time from a part-time job. From time to time, I visit my mother in nursing home. I spend my days peacefully.
Hey Ali, can you chat now? I've got a little suggestion. Casey? I can, but maybe I pass on the suggestion, lol. Aw, don't be like that. Turning me down so smoothly hurts me. By the way, is Nate not around? No, he's away on a business trip. He's pretty busy with a new project these days. Well, that worked out perfectly then. For what? For the plan I schemed. Okay, a plan and a scheme are the same thing, you know. It's like toast and bread. Ugh, don't be nitpicky. Who cares? You've graduated with a degree, so get a proper job and put your dad's mind at ease. I don't want to talk about it right now. It's not the time for that. Let me just tell you about my plan. Okay. So, I have a suggestion for my favorite person. How about going on a trip for a tour of the Grand Canyon? Well, you know, a tour of the Grand Canyon is self-explanatory without the word trip. Jeez, you're so annoying. I really put thought into this for you. Alright, thank you. So that means it's a yes, right? I didn't say yes. Come on, say yes. I heard your dad passed away recently, right? I thought it might help to cheer you up. Oh, really? I'm so touched. Thank you, Casey. Alright, it's settled then. You'll cover all the travel expenses, okay? Casey, I don't think it's right that you just suggest and make me pay for it. I don't have that kind of money. You're full of lies. Normally the one making the suggestion pays, you know. It's rude to make me pay. But Ali, you work at my dad's company, right? That means it's basically the same as me paying you, isn't it? What kind of logic is that? Do you even have a brain inside your head? I do. I know you have a lot of money. You don't need to be so stingy. Look who's talking. Then why don't you get a job at your dad's company or something? I'm working hard to pursue my dream my own way. I just haven't gone all out yet. That's the classic excuse of a bum, you know. Don't call me a bum. Call me a dream chaser. I'm aiming to be a designer, you know. I have a big dream. Sure, if that's true, I'll support you. But first, actions speak louder than words. You're just a freeloader who married into the family. If you cross the line any further, I'll be very angry. Ugh. Anyway, I'm not going on a trip that's a trap for money pit like that. Forget it. Okay, let's do this then. Justin and I will go to the Grand Canyon. So cough up the money. Oh God, what are you talking about? That's even more ridiculous, isn't it? Why do I have to pay? Who the heck is Justin anyway? You think I don't know anything, huh? But I sure do. I know you have loads of money. Yeah, right. Even if I did, I wouldn't spend it on a dumb, unemployed couple's trip. Get a job first, then talk about traveling. No. Normally adults treat the younger ones, you know. You're not normal. You don't work, just talk and hang out all day. In this situation, I can't possibly give you money. You're so old-fashioned. Knowing how to enjoy life is what allows me to create amazing things. That's what people who can balance work and private life say. Your situation is different. Ugh, never mind. So, can you just send me a check for 5,000? Jeez, didn't I just say I'm not giving it to you? Is your brain filled with moron virus? Stop calling me dumb and moron. I will until you realize. You're trampling on my kindness. Just you wait, you'll regret this, you big dummy. What kindness? Hey Ali, why haven't didn't you send me the check? I begged you so much.
I mean, why did you even think I would in the first place? There's no reason for it.
I asked you so many times.
You're being too persistent. If you really want to take a trip that badly, you should get a part-time job or something. Make your own money.
Alright, I get it. In that case, you should give me the money to rebuild the house.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm already in the process of rebuilding.
What are you saying? Is your brain made of pudding?
I really don't get it, but I can tell you're being mean.
You're the mean one, Casey.
How? What's wrong with receiving money from someone who's well off? I know everything. When your dad passed away, he left you a significant amount of inheritance.
What?
Congratulations on inheriting $5 million, Ali. Thanks to that, I'm building a mansion worth $1 million. When will you share some of that money with me? I have to make some payments soon.
What are you talking about?
You're shameless. It's so obvious. You've split the total in half with your mom, right? So you must have gotten over $5 million. You can't claim to have no money, LOL.
Well,
as I mentioned, the house we're rebuilding right now is worth $1 million.
Oh my God.
It's a mansion. Isn't it great? I can't wait.
You're joking, right? Surely your family will notice if you do something so reckless.
Oh, it's not my house. It's Justin's.
Okay.
So, when can I get it? The $5 million. I've used various things as collateral to get the loans. So I have to repay it soon.
That's none of my business. Figure it out on your own.
Oh, come on. It's way too late now, LOL. The construction has already started. Do it for your lovely sister-in-law, LOL.
This is outrageous. Why did such excellent parents end up with a daughter like you? Your lack of intelligence amazes me.
Shut up. You know Justin is a business owner too. He's a more competent businessman than my brother and earns a lot more than my dad's company. I mean, family-run businesses are kinda lame to be honest, LOL.
Then you can ask him for money. If he's what you say, there shouldn't be any issue, right? Why are you pestering me?
If I did, it would just inconvenience him. Absolutely not. Besides, he's fronted some money for me, so...
I mean, it's his house that's being rebuilt, isn't it? Then it's only natural for him to cover it. You, and especially me, have no reason to pay.
Oh, well...
You didn't think it was strange, huh?
But you should still pay. We're getting married once the house is finished, you know? I'll be his wife.
What about your dream of becoming a designer? You hadn't thought about that?
I'm still going to continue my studies. Even after we're married, I can still pursue my dream as a designer. You should hand over $5 million as a wedding gift.
About that, I didn't inherit anything.
What?
I renounced it because it was too complicated.
No!
Yeah, so I haven't received a single cent.
Not a single cent? What the heck? Are you kidding me? There was $5 million, right? I know everything.
Well, it seems there might have been something like that. I wish I would have gotten it, LOL.
Why didn't you? You're the biggest idiot.
It was mostly debts, you see.
Huh? Even though it was an inheritance, there were debts?
Yeah, you didn't know? Debts are inherited too.
Whoa.
So what remained was about 200,000 give or take.
You have that much? Give it to me.
Jeez, is your brain made of melting cheese or something?
It's not melting.
Because of my dad, my mom went through a lot. So I gave her what remained.
Oh my God. And you think you've done something good, don't you? You fake phony do-gooder!
I have a younger brother who felt the same way. We discussed it and decided to renounce the inheritance. We didn't want any money left over from the debts. So I won't give a single cent to you, dummy. Or rather, I can't, lol.
I'm not letting this go.
Sorry, I have no money, lol.
Hey, Ali, how's it going?
I'm tired from work. I bet you're bouncy as usual. You're not working after all. So envious, lol.
Quit it. I'm tired too. I just moved.
Did you? To Justin's place? That's cool.
Nope, your mum's place.
What the?
Justin's with me too.
What on earth are you doing, barging into her house?
Oh, we just want to bond with her, who inherited a fortune, you know? We're thinking we take care of her.
No, get out of there now. Do you want a sriracha sauce injected into your artery?
Stop it!
Then leave.
No way! Since we're already here, we want to take our share of the inheritance. We won't be satisfied otherwise, lol.
How did you even get in? The door was locked, right?
We just used the window, you know?
That's trespassing. That's a serious crime. Knock it off.
By the way, she isn't here. Where did she go?
Oh, she moved 3 days ago to a new apartment she bought.
What?
That house is too big for just her, so she's selling it.
What the heck? We moved some stuff in, you know?
It's a sentimental place, but she had to sell it to pay off Dad's debt. She had no choice. Goodbye, my childhood home.
Wait, what about us?
I don't care. You did this on your own, didn't you?
The construction of Justin's house was stopped because we don't have money. Now we don't have a place to go.
That's none of my business, lol. Woohoo! Don't get too excited.
Please, Ali, let us stay at your place. I'll even get down on my knees and beg if you'd like.
No, lol. Seriously?
Please, pretty please.
But first, don't you have something to tell me and your dad?
Huh? Thanks for giving birth to me?
I don't recall giving birth to you. And it's physically impossible for him. He's not Schwarzenegger and Jr., you know?
What are you talking about?
Well, you see, you've taken a title deed from his office, right? That's another serious crime, you know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe we should report it to the police. Let the experts handle it.
Hold on.
Having the title deed alone won't get you a loan, okay? Especially if someone who isn't even the owner goes to a bank with just that and tries to loan against it. No bank will ever accept it. You get that, right?
No. Really?
How old are you? Can you please gain more common sense?
I'm not experienced enough in life to know all that stuff.
Besides, the person you showed the company's title deed to is someone your dad deals with.
What? I didn't know.
He contacted the office right away, saying a suspicious couple brought the land title deed. He was really skeptical, as he should be, lol.
Oh yeah, he did make a phone call while we were waiting. That time, huh?
It was chaos in the office as your dad was outraged. He was going to call the police. I convinced him to spare you from that. You should be grateful to me.
Oh my god, Ali! So are you gonna help me out?
Huh? Yeah, right, lol.
Ugh.
If you targeted my mom and her home, it's a different story now. Do you even realize what you've done? The police will be there soon.
I hear the siren.
That was fast. Impressive. Our police department is excellent, huh?
Ali?
Yeah?
I'll work at my dad's company starting tomorrow. I'll turn over a new leaf and work seriously. Please tell him to help me.
No way, lol.
Please.
Good luck being under police custody.
No, why? Why won't you help me?
What a shallow girl Casey is. Afterward, she and the self-proclaimed entrepreneur, Justin, were easily arrested by the officers at my mom's house. Well, that's normal after what they've done, right? By the way, the bank rep told them that he would hold on to the title deed for screening. And then he returned it to my father-in-law. Thank goodness he was the rep in charge of the company. After the incident, Casey was disowned and kicked out of the house. It's a case of reaping what you sow. Furthermore, she had borrowed money from all over the place to rebuild Justin's house. Now she is working diligently at a factory in the suburbs, paying off the debts alone. Reportedly, she's become alarmingly thin. By the way, Justin, on the other hand, was found to have gotten into some shady business at his company. He's still making use of the long-term stay plan at the detention center. I guess he's even more foolish than Casey. I hope they'll get their act together after all this. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Please check out our other videos as well.
Do me a favor? Pack up your things right now.
What are you telling me out of the blue? I'm in the middle of work.
Honey, I'm really sorry. But right now, I need you to listen to me without asking questions.
What's going on? Do I need to go back home now? I'm confused. I don't know what to do. What's happening?
I didn't want to tell you because I've been feeling really bad about this.
But we're married. We have to be open with each other. Don't be so distant. I won't be surprised, so go ahead and tell me.
I'm actually in debt.
Oh my God, a debt?
See, you said you won't be surprised.
Sorry, I've never owed money in my life. So I'm not immune to hearing something like this. But how come you have a debt all of a sudden?
I've become a co-signer for my parents. That's why.
Co-signer. I was always told by my parents never to become a co-signer, even for them. It could turn into a huge problem. What did they buy? How much?
You know they're in agriculture, right?
Yeah?
They hired people and tried to expand by investing a lot in the business. But it didn't work out in the end.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there any way to resolve this? Should I speak to your mom?
No, please don't. If you get involved, debt collectors might come after you.
So, how much is the debt?
300K.
300,000? I'm gonna faint.
I got a call on my phone earlier. They told me to repay it immediately. It was a debt collector calling.
What about your parents?
I called them earlier, but I couldn't reach them. I think they might have gone into hiding somewhere.
That's terrible. What's gonna happen to you then?
I want to do everything I can to protect you. You know I love you. So please leave now.
Honey.
I filed a divorce petition.
What?
Just being married would be troublesome for you, right? I can get by as long as I know you're safe and happy.
No way, I can't agree to a divorce.
Please understand. I can't get you in trouble.
I'll be fine. Let's repay the debt together. I'll work hard for it.
Thank you, honey. I'm happy to hear you say that, but it won't work. I've made up my mind. The debt collectors are here right now.
What? Are you safe?
I need you to go to your parents' place today. Once things settle down a bit, I'll get in touch with you.
One day, my husband, Vince, made an unexpected revelation out of the blue. I had no idea about him being a co-signer for his parents. I did as he said and returned to my parents.
Honey, are you doing okay?
I'm fine. More importantly, how about you? I've been so worried that I haven't been able to sleep well.
Sorry. I'm okay here. Did you sign the divorce papers?
Not yet.
Why?
I can't. Because I love you. You've done nothing wrong, right? You just became a co-signer. I don't want to divorce over something like this.
You can't talk about the past now. It won't change anything. Debt collectors show up every day. They might even come to your place. Please, sign and submit them soon. I don't want to put you in danger.
Listen, honey, I have some savings, you know?
Oh, how much?
About 100,000. It's far from 300,000, but if we pay half, maybe the debt collectors will ease up a bit.
I see. 100,000. Maybe you're right. Can we use it?
Of course, we're married. We should help each other, especially in times like this.
I love you so much.
So I'll come over tomorrow.
No, you have to wait until things calm down.
What about the money?
Transfer to my account. Keeping your existence a secret is crucial. We can't afford for the debt collectors to find out, right?
Can't we meet?
It's for your own safety. Just please arrange the money transfer. Also, please file the divorce papers.
Understood. Are you really okay?
Yes. I might not be able to stay in touch from now on, but don't worry too much, okay?
Got it. Please be careful.
Honey, what happened with the money? The debt collectors are here again today. I really need you to transfer as soon as possible. It's been quite tough.
Oh, sorry, I've been caught up in a few things and I haven't sent the money yet.
Okay, but can you prioritize that? I'm running around trying to keep you out of trouble. It was really tough today. Honey, are you there?
Sorry, yes, I've actually received some results today.
Results? For what?
The results of the investigation.
Huh? More importantly, the money. Please, send it over.
How much was your debt again?
Come on, it's 300,000.
Where did you borrow it from again?
What?
Where did you borrow it?
Oh, it was a bank, I think.
So you borrowed 300,000. And how much was the interest?
Maybe around 100,000 or so?
Maybe?
Wait, it might be a lot more. Well, I'm not entirely sure.
What about the duration of the loan?
About 10 years, I guess?
That's odd.
What's the matter?
If it was a regular bank, I don't think the interest would accumulate to that much over 10 years. Also, it's strange that they're sending debt collectors.
Oh, maybe it wasn't a bank. It might have been one of those shady loan companies.
A loan shark? In that case, it's the opposite. The interest is too low. This is very odd.
So, maybe they are a kind of lenient loan shark.
Oh, I see. Well, that's somewhat good news.
So, send the money soon, please. I'm begging you.
Oh, by the way,
What is it now?
can you send photos of the loan agreement?
Hey, I'm in a hurry here. Just send the money quickly, okay?
But you know, if it's a shady loan company or something like that, you might not have to repay. And you could even consult a lawyer. That's why I need the photo.
Come on, there's no time for that. These guys are not reasonable. They might come for me again today. Are you okay if something bad happens to me? I might not be able to protect you.
Oh, that's totally fine.
What?
You see, I've consulted a divorce lawyer. I'm not a co-signer. I don't think there's a need to protect me.
Divorce lawyer? Anyway, everything will be okay with 100k transfer. Transfer it now.
Well, you know, I spoke to your parents.
What? Why? I told you not to, didn't I?
When something doesn't sound quite right to me, I look into it until I'm satisfied. Besides, what's wrong with getting in touch with them? They're the original borrowers, right?
I guess you have a point. How are they doing? How did you even get in touch so easily?
I did with no issue. And they're doing well. They're going on a trip to Alaska tomorrow.
I see. Well, as long as they're doing fine, that's good news.
They told me to come by the place to pick up souvenirs next week.
Going on a trip to Alaska, huh? It sounds like they're in high spirits. And I'm glad, lol.
Of course. Because everything's as usual. Everything's as usual, you know?
I guess so, because I'm the one who took on the debt.
What are you talking about? They're far from the kind of people who let their son shoulder their debt and go on a vacation. I know the truth. I mean, your parents too.
What?
Here's the plan for the future. Negotiate alimony. Finalize divorce.
Alimony?
Filing a fraud complaint.
Fraud.
Going to the police. Your parents are on board too.
Wait.
It was a pretty elaborate lie. But as you might have imagined, my husband had been staying at another woman's apartment. It was truly a shocking situation. Obviously, his parents were also appalled. I decided not to file a police report for their sake. But I did make sure to negotiate alimony. I promised not to make this incident public, and he agreed to the amount.
Hey, what are you doing? Make sure you pace yourself, and don't stop at any bars on the way home.
Okay, I understand.
Do you really understand? Tomorrow our families are meeting, right? It's a really important day.
I told you I'll be fine. Wilma, you really are a worrywart.
I worry because of what's happened in the past when your drinking got out of hand. You never know what you might do if you drink too much. You definitely need to be careful tonight.
Okay.
I don't want you to go to the meeting with a hangover.
I know that. I can't text forever.
Really, please be good. So I don't need to tell you. Kelly, the family meeting, you were supposed to be at the restaurant at 11:50. You know we have less than 10 minutes until our reservation. We've already arrived at the restaurant and are waiting to be shown to our table. It's you and I that are getting married. It's meaningless without you.
Yes, I understand. I thought it would get messy and noisy if I called you too soon, so I didn't call you on purpose. Maybe it's time I tell you the truth.
Huh? What do you mean?
I feel bad about canceling at the last minute like this. I'm having a baby, so I'm not going.
What?
I mean, my ex-girlfriend Ruth is pregnant with my child, so I'm canceling.
What? Pregnant? Wait a minute. That's a terrible excuse for being late.
It's not that I'm late. It's that I'm not going. If she's pregnant with my child, then I have to take responsibility as the father, and I should put Ruth first, not you, right? You understand that, don't you?
Isn't it strange that you're asking me to agree with that statement?
But in the world of common sense, it's a no-brainer. Your ex-girlfriend who's pregnant, or your current girlfriend who hasn't even met your parents yet. Which one should be prioritized? If you want, why don't we take a street poll and ask? I'm sure there would be a lot of people who would say that Ruth should be given priority, right?
So I'm just saying, it's absurd to ask me, the fiancé who had a promise to marry you, about this. In the first place, you have no common sense when you have a relationship with another woman while you have a fiancé.
You see? This is the kind of hassle I thought it would be, so I decided to tell you about the pregnancy at the last minute.
Huh? Hey, could it be the reason you said you were going out for drinks and didn't come home is because...
Oh, you figured it out? That's right, Ruth told me she was pregnant, so we were celebrating. Oh, of course, Ruth is pregnant, so she didn't drink any alcohol. It wouldn't be good for the baby. I want the fruit of our love to be born happy and healthy.
I can't believe it. The fruit of your love? You're just trying to run away from your responsibilities.
Anyway, I'm breaking off the engagement. This is a done deal.
Kelly, it's not that simple, is it?
Oh, is that so? You're an adult. You're worried about being thrown out all of a sudden? If you want to get married, I'll introduce you to other guys.
Huh?
You're just going on and on. That's what the problem is.
Would you stop just making stuff up?
Well, I'm sorry, but women after 30 are barely marriageable, and there's not much time left. You're afraid I'm going to leave you, and you're going to be single forever, aren't you? You're not very pretty. You don't know if there's anyone who'll take you, right?
I've had enough of this. You've stepped on me so much. I wouldn't ever think of marrying a man like you.
Oh, well then, I'll just say that our engagement has been called off.
It's not done yet.
Hmm?
I want compensation.
Ah, there you have it. Well, okay, tell me the amount later. I talked to Ruth, and we've decided to get the marriage license by the end of the day. I'm glad you understood without any problems.
Of all people, that Ruth.
That's right, that Ruth, the popular fun-loving girl. I'm really happy.
That's not what I meant, but whatever. Don't come crying to me later.
Huh? I'm amused that you're still so stubborn. I'm not going to cry. It wasn't my baby.
What? Kelly, a year has passed and now what?
Wilma.
What? You write like you're crying and screaming.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Huh?
It wasn't mine.
Well, are you saying that the child Ruth gave birth to wasn't actually your child?
That's right. And the second child was different too. Ugh, how is this possible?
Huh? You mean another baby was born after that, but that baby had a different father too?
That's right. I was betrayed by Ruth.
So it did happen.
Huh? What do you mean it did happen? Do you know something?
Ruth, she may look like an authentic sunny beauty, but in reality, she has a side that plays around with men. She's always on the lookout for the right guy. So I thought maybe...
Oh, come on. Why didn't you tell me a year ago?
You know what? Stop writing that way. It's depressing. Just be normal.
Oh, okay.
So why did you text me about that?
Huh?
If you just want to complain, spare me. The only reason I hadn't blocked you yet was because I was just checking up on you after the engagement was called off, just in case something happened. I just happened to forget to block you.
Huh?
So do you just want to complain?
No,
Bullseye? Then I don't want to hear it, so I'll block you. Thanks for giving me just the right opportunity. Okay, bye. I'll never unblock you again. See ya.
Wait a minute. I texted you because I have something very important to tell you.
Something important?
Let's get married.
Huh?
Let's start over again from that day, a year ago when we went our separate ways. I think we were young, immature, and stupid back then, and that stupidity destroyed our bond. But now Wilma, I reaffirmed my feelings for you, and I was able to overcome the ordeal of being apart for a year. And then I realized, who I really love is you.
Hey?
Yeah, you don't have to say it. You're remembering the happiness of the days we spent together, right? Me too, me too. I've been living in loneliness and regret it ever since that day. Wilma, the days without you were empty. I couldn't forget you. So let's start again from here, just the two of us. After a year of trial and tribulation, we can live happily ever after. Let's make up for the days we were apart.
No thanks.
I'm confident that I can be the right partner of you now. I want to build a future with you. I want to bring back your smile.
Excuse me?
I want to walk with you again. I want to take your hand. I want to stand next to you and pledge my love and happiness. I want to draw a future with you. Come on, accept me.
You're disgusting.
Huh?
Are you on drugs? I don't have the slightest intention of getting back together with you. Can you stop talking about yourself so much? You're giving me goosebumps.
What?
You're wasting my time. Excuse me?
Oh no, Wilma! Reply to me. Don't tell me you really blocked me. Wilma! Wilma, why didn't you come out of the apartment?
Huh? Who is this?
Kelly.
You again.
I got a new cell number and a new text account.
I've blocked you.
That's not the point. Why didn't you come out of your apartment?
What are you talking about?
I realized that my failed re-proposal 2 months ago was due to the fact that we didn't meet in person and did it by text. So I decided to make it work this time, to increase the odds of that happening. I spent 2 months preparing for it. The bottom line is, you didn't come out of your apartment, and the neighbors called the police and made a big deal out of it. I know you're shy, but you could have been honest and accepted my love before it turned into a police matter.
So what did you do?
You saw what I did. You know what I did. It was a flash mob proposal.
Huh? What? Flash mob? You mean the kind where a bunch of passersby suddenly start dancing and you surprise them with something at the end?
Yes, that's right. For the past 2 months, I've gone to the trouble of arranging a vendor and getting 50 people for the flash mob. I've practiced a lot to make my re-proposal to you a success. I was going all out to propose to you, using up all the money from my divorce from Ruth. Why didn't you come out of your apartment?
Where did you do that?
In front of the West Side Apartments, of course, where you live.
I moved out a long time ago.
Huh?
What could I do? I didn't want to give up too much personal information. It seems as though it's caused problems for people who aren't involved. So I'll tell you. I'm already married. I don't have any feelings for you.
Huh?
By the way, I'm pregnant with my husband's child. I'm 5 months along.
You're married?
So you really didn't know? I figured you would have found out from mutual friends or something.
Before I knew it, I was pretty much blocked by everyone.
Aha. Well, that would certainly happen. You had a fiancé, cheated on her, and even had a child with your lover. And it was with that Ruth. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Don't be convinced just by that.
Anyway, that's what I've been up to.
Please don't leave me. Before I knew it, even my parents moved somewhere else. My parents' house disappeared and I've lost touch with them. You're all I've got. Hey, you still love me, right? You married your current husband out of compromise, didn't you? Our love isn't over yet. You'd choose me over him, right?
Gross.
What?
You'll have to excuse me. I'm getting annoyed. It's really bad for the baby.
Wilma!
You're grossing me out, so don't talk anymore.
No. This just ends with me being embarrassed. Wilma!
Later on, I probed a friend of mine who still lives in that apartment building. That flash mob fiasco? It was Kelly. I was astonished and laughed out loud. He had done it quite spectacularly. The wreckage of a bouquet of bright red roses, clearly the remains of the Operation Flash Mob proposal fiasco. They were just lying sadly by the side of the road. According to the information that miraculously came to me afterwards, his parents indirectly intervened with Kelly, who quit his job and retreated to his home because of the fiasco, which was so embarrassing. They threw him in a civil engineering company as a live-in worker. They pushed him into a black van that picked him up, crying and sobbing. Well, I honestly don't care as long as he doesn't show himself in front of me for the rest of my life. I have my son safely and I'm doing my best to raise him now. My annoying ex-boyfriend is gone, and I am happy to live with my sweet husband and my beautiful son.
Are Mom and Dad on vacation? Do you know anything about it?
Traveling?
No, I don't really know. They haven't been home since the day before yesterday, and I can't get them on the cell phone.
Did you see what was on the table?
There was a bank book in my name with $5,000 in the account.
There should have been a letter too.
Oh yeah, there was, but...
You didn't read it?
I looked at the first part of the letter, but he said something about the future and how being still unemployed at 35. I was so annoyed. I burned it with a lighter. Really, I hate it when old people are so preachy.
Oh, you got rid of it without reading the whole thing.
Well, I didn't read most of it. I almost didn't read it. When I saw the first sentence, I was so pissed off. I'm scary when I'm pissed off, you know. So, do you know where they went? When are they coming back from their trip? I'm getting tired of eating at restaurants and convenience stores.
You really don't realize the situation you're in, do you?
What?
The letter you burned was about what you have to do from now on.
What's that?
You're a piece of work. Okay, I know what the letter said, so I'll just write the gist of it here. Mom and Dad moved somewhere far away. They're never coming back to that house again.
What? I didn't hear anything.
Of course you didn't. That's the premise.
Why?
When Mom asked you to spend less money on games on the internet and work more, you hit her. When Dad tried to stop you, he got kicked in the solar plexus. I heard that for the past few years, you've been regularly spending $2,000 to $3,000 a month on games.
That's right. You need time and money to run events, don't you? Even you play online games, sis, so you know what I'm talking about.
I pay only $30 a month at the most. And of course, I pay out of my own pocket. And I spend about 1 to 2 hours a day playing games.
What? That's nothing.
You play too much.
Online gaming is a 24-hour-a-day fight. If I were like you, I would get in trouble with the guild members. I'm a guild master, so I have to spend money and play 24 hours a day, right?
And that money comes from our parents' savings and pensions. And because of that, it's hard to make ends meet. And they're in the red every month. Their savings just keeps getting smaller. He said if they didn't do something about it, they were all going to end up in the street someday.
Dad has his retirement money, doesn't he? He's just being stingy.
It's not infinite. It's not your money to spend in the first place.
I don't care about that. Just tell me where they moved to. If they're not gonna come back to this house, I'll just move in with them.
What?
That's what was in the letter I burned, right? I didn't see it, so tell me.
You dunce? You still don't get it? Mom and Dad, they've chosen to cut all ties with you. Them not coming back means they never want to see your face again.
What? How is that even possible for a parent?
They were determined to make you be on your own, no matter what.
What?
About the future. The lease expires the month after next, so you have to find a suitable apartment and move out as soon as possible. Also, from next month, your cell phone bill will be deducted from the bank account they left behind.
Hey, this is all a bit confusing, isn't it? Can you please tell me what's going on so I can understand?
He said with the $5,000 they left behind, you should first find a job and a place to live and establish a basis for your own life. They said that this is the last money they will ever give you. That's what was written in the letter.
There's no way that any of that money's left. It was such a small amount.
What?
I thought they gave me money to apologize for asking me to cut back on my online game spending. I immediately withdrew the money and spent most of it. If you'd seen me in my daily life, you'd know that $5,000 isn't enough. Mom and Dad have a seriously weird sense of money, don't they?
You know what?
I've got it. I'll just live with you, sis.
Huh?
I'm packing up my stuff and heading over there. Set aside plenty of space for me.
You're so naive.
Huh?
I've already moved out too. I changed jobs as well.
Huh?
I kept my cell phone as the only way to contact you. As was written in the letter, I will cut off all communication with you as soon as you say or do anything that's inappropriate.
I told you I didn't read that letter.
It's your fault for throwing it away without reading it. It has nothing to do with us. I'd rather you thank me for telling you the contents of the letter up to now.
Wait a minute.
You don't even have money to move, do you? You better hurry up and get your ass to an employment agency. You can make a living if you work a day job or whatever. You're only 35. You could do manual labor.
If I do that, I'll have less time to play online games.
Even after all that's been said, I'm rejecting all calls after this, and tomorrow I'm changing my cell phone carrier. You won't be able to contact me anymore.
Oh my god, that's terrible, sis.
Goodbye, Christian. Realize that you're the one who's financially insane. From now on, live modestly and honestly.
Kendall, listen! Your husband's such a great guy! Oh, you think so? What's up with you all of a sudden after a long silence? I have big news for you, my BFF! I got Levi! We're having a baby! What do you mean? I've been having an affair with your husband! I know we are best friends, but spare me with such a shocking joke. It's not a joke! Come on, I'm not falling for it. You really don't believe me, huh? Listen, Reese, you've always loved pranks and jokes. Have I? Back in grade school, you said you'd become a supergirl and even had a name for it. Atomic Reese. Don't bring up my embarrassing past. You were called that for quite a while. I thought you liked it since you seemed to be so into it. At first, it was cool, but then I got embarrassed really quickly. I just remember, in middle school, younger ones used to call me Reese the Geese behind my back. Thanks for the sudden revelation. I had no idea people disliked you. Poor you. I was actually well liked. But let's not dwell on these memories now. Right, what were we talking about? I was telling you that Levi cheated on you with me and I'm having his baby. Aren't you devastated that your husband is taken? I wanted to see you go mad, so I took the trouble to contact you. Is it April Fool's today? If you keep thinking it's a joke, you are in for a rude awakening. I just can't understand why you would go after him. He's hot. Really? Do you see him that way? Even though his hair has been thinning lately. Not his looks, his wealth. He's super rich. Huh? That can't be right. How long are you gonna pretend? There's mounting evidence. Detective Reese, what do you know? Look up in the sky and tell me what you see. Stop crowding Sherlock! You betrayed me! I betrayed Atomic Reese of all people? There must be some mistake. Knock it off! Sorry, I'll be serious now. You didn't tell me anything about him when you got married, right? I think I mentioned he's just a regular guy. That was a lie. Huh? I can't believe you were secretly married to a big corporate CEO. CEO? Where did you hear such nonsense? Are you still playing dumb? I can't believe you hid it from me and tried to become a high society wife by yourself. So, I snatched him and even made a love child. This is the punishment for trying to get ahead of the game. Hold on, I really can't see where this is going. It's your fault for keeping it a secret. I never betrayed you, you know. Whatever. I hear you're vacationing overseas alone right now. Living the high life, I see. I'm not here for fun, just to be clear. Maybe you feel guilty about keeping it a secret from me, but don't make embarrassing excuses. I can't make sense of what you're saying. What to do? Now, I'm going to be a CEO's wife. I should thank you for gallivanting around and not coming home. Oh, I got it. Hey, can I talk to Levi once? I still think you're playing a prank on me. Your story is so bizarre that I can't believe anything. Sure, go ahead. You're just going to get dumped. I got a message from my best friend after a long silence. But I didn't expect it to be a declaration of an affair with my husband, Levi. I still can't believe it. I'm thinking it's a tasteless joke. I'm Kendall, a 30-year-old newlywed and part-time homemaker. Since I got married, a lot of good things have been happening, so I'm starting to think Levi might be born under the lucky star. Reese has been my best friend since grade school. Both of us have been really busy lately, and we haven't seen each other since my wedding. She always cracks jokes and makes people laugh. So I'm hoping this is just another one, but I have a bad feeling. When I check with him, I end up hearing something outrageous. My best friend told me that she's having an affair with you and she's pregnant. Is that true? You're talking about Reese, huh? You got it right. You've got to be kidding me, a-hole. What did you just call me? Oh, my bad. I was supposed to write, you trash. You're pretty upset, huh? You got involved with my best friend, you know. She made the first move. I'm not at fault here. It doesn't matter who made the first move. You're a married man, for God's sake. When someone hits on you, you're supposed to stand firm and refuse them. But what do you do instead? Having a kid? Are you that stupid? I mean, I'm grateful to you, you know. But I've decided to be with her. Is that really what you want? Yeah, I used to think that money was everything. But I've come to realize that love is all that matters. So, was it just a money thing between us? I guess so. That's pretty low. Did you know that with love, you can conquer anything? Stop with the cheesy romance. It gave me goosebumps. It's creepy to hear a 35-year-old guy saying that seriously. Should I take you to see a shrink? Not needed. What I should do is obtain the necessary divorce paperwork. You better divorce me without a fight so I can marry her quickly. I'm coming back the day after tomorrow, so start the process then. I'm gonna be a free man soon. Coming for you, Reese. This is really disgusting. You don't understand true love. That's why you can say such things. I find it pitiful coming from someone in their 30s. Anyway, you haven't let her into our house, have you? Yeah, she's been there many times. What's the big deal? Oh my God. Don't tell me you guys use our bed. Many times over. Ugh, I feel nauseous. You've never washed the sheets before. To think I've been sleeping in the same bed. Gross. What do you think of our sacred bonding? It's my bed too. Of course I feel disgusted. It was the perfect place to nurture our love. I don't want to live in that house anymore. She hasn't touched my stuff, right? She took a fancy dress. What? I thought she could wear it during the wedding reception. Wait, I only have one fancy dress. Is it white fabric with green embroidery? That's been a family heirloom for ages. Return it now. I already sold it. What do you mean? She said it was too old-fashioned and she wanted a more edgy design instead. What the heck do you think you're doing with my stuff? Get it back right now. I need it for the wedding expenses. We need that money. You said you could conquer anything without money earlier. I have no intention of letting her wear that dress, nor do I intend to let you use it for your wedding funds. We need it to celebrate our special day, you know. Figure out the money on your own. I'll invite you to the wedding, so don't make a fuss over it and just contribute happily. Stop it! Buy the dress back right now! Reese is calling me, so don't contact me again. She might think I'm cheating. You're a cheater! What's going on? Levi's not a CEO! What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. You said he was the CEO before. I've never said that. Stop throwing a tantrum at me over your misunderstanding. Ugh, then explain it. You are getting carried away on your own. Don't you think it's unnecessary to be honest and come clean with the mistress? If it was a different scenario, I might have felt like correcting the misunderstanding. But after all that happened, not a chance. Your personality is questionable. You once told me it was okay to get back at someone who betrayed you. I never said that. But still, I can't believe you didn't realize until now. When I was packing to move in with him, he moved into my place instead. This is my house, so obviously he has to leave if we are divorcing. I was expecting to live in that big house. I confronted him and he confessed he was just a freeloader. He told me you are the CEO. That must have been quite a shock. Of course. I never thought a 35-year-old man would be a jobless leech. How come you've been deceived all this time? I saw him entering a corporate building once, and I thought he was working for a major company. Hold on a sec. So, even if he wasn't the CEO, you intended to steal him? No, I wasn't thinking like that at the time. I thought maybe he could hook me up with a nice guy. Honestly? I'm not lying. But he told me he was the CEO. Then I got all starry-eyed. And you ended up totally captivated. When I badmouthed you, he easily fell for it. And when I praised him, he immediately lit up with joy. Hey, it's not cool to get roused by talking bad about me. Geez, he was so easily swayed, huh? You guys are really jerks. Well, maybe you two are a perfect match as a couple of scoundrels. I never thought he was a jobless bum. What did he even go into that building for? You saw him there last month, right? Yeah. He just came to deliver my forgotten documents. But he was wearing a suit. He's embarrassed to wear casual clothes on weekdays. He thinks people would know that he's unemployed, so he wears a suit when he goes out. That's messed up! He's a show-off, so he lied to you. He's got a good facade, and you got fooled. Even though he's a bum, he's got big pride. It's like he's got some kind of ability to fake it and put up a good front better than most people. I wondered why we only hung out at each other's houses. And he never talked much about work. I had no idea it was all lies. The fact that I went abroad the other day was for a business trip, you know. I have to earn a living. I should have been more skeptical. Good luck raising a kid between you unemployed adults. It must be quite challenging. It sure will be. I wish I hadn't flattered him so much. It's your fault for being deceived. But seriously, why isn't he working? It's so weird. Aren't maids supposed to work hard to support their families? He did when we were just going out. He decided to become a stay-at-home and quit his job right after we got married. It was shocking. No kidding! Without even discussing it? Right. Were you okay with that? Of course not. I was mad and scolded him for making such a selfish decision. But I was really busy with work, so I thought it might be a good idea. I wouldn't be able to handle that. Men are supposed to earn money, aren't they? Well, I'm doing that instead. And besides, he did the housework in exchange, and that helped me out. Except he's got this annoying pride and demanded my respect for doing the housework, which really got on my nerves. Anyway, how the heck are you the CEO? You never told me. Right after we got married, my uncle got sick and was hospitalized, so I was appointed the CEO out of the blue. After that, the business started booming, and within a year, it grew significantly. Come to think of it, it wasn't that successful a company until last year. I used to think Levi was my lucky charm that brought lots of good luck. That's why, even though there were some things that bothered me a bit, I was putting up with him. So, he was your leprechaun. He's got some Irish blood, right? It turns out he isn't a little mischievous creature, but just a lousy freeloader. He was slacking on the housework recently, too. He has no good qualities then. Come to think of it, I really don't need him. That's why I'm so grateful to you for taking him off my hands. I don't want him. I'll return him. I don't accept returns. Besides, we've already started our divorce procedures. Geez, why did I get pregnant? I'm so stupid. I have an even worse story. Can I share it? No, I don't want to hear it. I'll make him pay alimony. That's impossible. He doesn't even have savings. You're gonna have to help him out. I don't have a job or money. You guys are on the same boat, so support each other. I'll dump him so it won't be my concern. I doubt that he would let you go so easily. He seemed to be head over heels for you. But when I think about alimony, I don't think we'll get anywhere if we talk about it between us. I'll add the bump too.
What the heck? Don't interrupt my sweet moments with Reese.
Oh my, I've been enduring awkward moments here. It's quite amusing that you sound like you have no idea what's really going on. Let's split up, Levi!
Why?
I can't make a living with an unemployed partner! Just because you don't work, not only is your hair falling out, but your love life is withering away too. Poor you. You're one step away from the bald mountain.
We are not talking about my hair right now, and I'm gonna find a job. Everything will be fine.
Even if you get a job, it doesn't matter if you're not a CEO. But what about the baby? Well, raising a child alone would be tough. You love kids, so you'd want to raise them, right? It's only a year without a job, so maybe he can manage to find a new job. Wait, I forgot that he's pretty incompetent when it comes to work. No way! I remember he said his sales performance wasn't that great, and he often got scolded by his boss because he kept failing no matter what he did and everything backfired. They transferred him from sales to behind-the-scenes office work. But even in that role, he made mistakes in sales calculations, and it caused quite a chaos. How do you know so much about that? He worked for my business affiliate, so the information was coming to my ears.
They didn't understand how great I was.
That you are a great failure?
No, I mean such mundane tasks from beneath a genius like me.
You know, that's just a lame excuse from an incompetent. I want to break up already.
Let's take good care of the symbol of our love growing in your belly. I'll always be there for you.
Ew! I'm with you on that for a change. Divorcing was definitely the right call. I want to get away from this guy as soon as possible. But when I think about the child, it may be better to stay. I don't really care what happens to you guys, but there are other things you'll have to pay aside from alimony. What?
Do I really have to pay alimony?
Shut up, loser.
You don't need to be so nasty.
You guys took my belongings, didn't you? Oh!
It went to our wedding expenses. We can't return it even if you ask.
I'm not just talking about the dress. The watches and the rings are gone too.
I gave them as present because she wanted them.
That's because he said he had them all for asset management. There's no way the loser would have them for that reason. I can't believe you're so easily deceived. Why did you lie?
I wanted to give something to you as a proof of my love.
Stealing someone else's property and giving it as a symbol of love? A thief, right? If you return them right now, I'll let you get away with it. I've already sold them. You asked for them and then sold them? I thought I could get some money. Well, then both of you will have to compensate me. I think it's gonna be around $250,000 for the dress and everything. I can't pay that much.
You know, I don't have any money.
Wait, did you guys already spend the money you got from selling them? That fast? I bought a bag and a watch.
A tailored dress for her and the wedding venue.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
I was planning a surprise. I've spent a lot to making the venue ready for the next week.
Are you trying to have a wedding without inviting anyone?
Women like this kind of surprise, right? I was secretly preparing to make you happy. Wait, don't tell me you are not happy.
It's not about surprising with anything and everything. Unbelievable! This is so messed up!
Geez, I thought you'd be happy.
Most of it seems to be spent, so you guys are going to take responsibility no matter what. Oh no! I went to the trouble of buying my bag and watch! You used to be a much more innocent and sweet kid back in the day. Maybe you need spiritual guidance. I can recommend a few. I don't need it! Wait, maybe an exorcism is better, huh? It might help get rid of the rotten spirit nesting in your heart. Anyway, you're both out of money. No money, Levi has no hair, and if your heart, body, and wallet are all smooth and shiny, you guys would be a perfect match. Stop making jokes about us! I don't need that right now. I wanted to lift your spirits with a little humor since you're gonna be living in hell with the payment you have to make in the future. I don't find it funny at all. What am I gonna do now?
Love is one thing, but you still need money, huh?
Reese and Levi were both hit with a total bill of around $300,000, which included alimony. Because of this, they concluded that it was impossible to raise a child and decided to give the baby up for adoption. Both of them were shut out by their families, and no one came to their aid. They struggled every day, becoming like shells of their former selves. They initially remained together for a few months. Levi failed in his job research and could only find part-time jobs. He faced termination even in those positions, and they had an unstable life. No matter how hard he tried, he could only earn around $1,000 per month. This led Reese reaching her breaking point and running away from him. It seems that, in the end, money was more important than love. As for me, after the freeloader disappeared, I continued to do well as the CEO. The business has been going excellent, and I'm determined to work even harder to make it bigger.
I have something important to tell you.
What's up? Oh, is it about the wedding? I'd love to tie the knot soon, but I'm just waiting for a better paycheck and some savings.
That's just an excuse. You don't want to marry me, do you?
What?
You're cheating with Liz, aren't you?
What?
There's no need to hide it. I've already looked into it. I mean, Liz herself told me, I stole your boyfriend, sis. Let's break up. You want to marry Liz more than me anyway, don't you?
Well, I guess so. I was thinking about when to end things. Honestly, Liz is way cuter than you. Why do you two look so different? You don't even look that much alike.
That's because Liz isn't my real sister.
I seriously don't see the resemblance. It's confusing.
Well, I'm leaving this town.
What? Why?
I don't have to tell everything to someone who's no longer my boyfriend.
But I'm curious.
If you want to know, just ask Liz. I don't know if she'll tell you honestly, though.
I'm getting more and more curious.
Well, maybe it was good timing. I don't have any feelings for a town with such disgusting people, and I'll be leaving this weekend.
Where are you going? Why don't you at least tell me?
I don't owe you that. Goodbye, cheating man. Hope our paths never cross again.
Hey Jane, it's Ethan. It's been 5 years.
Gosh, I had blocked you. Is this your new number?
That's right.
I don't get why you went that far to contact me.
There was a reason I wanted to contact you that badly. You received it, didn't you?
What?
Our wedding invitation. I'm marrying Liz.
You don't know my current address, do you?
Well, I know your email address.
What? Oh, I think I have one that I haven't used in a while.
Huh? You don't use it? I sent you an invitation to that email address.
Invitation online? I didn't know they sent out invitations electronically nowadays.
Don't be impressed. Check it out right now.
I have to log in first.
Come on, just check it now.
What's my password again? Oh yeah, I received it. I turned off notifications so I didn't even notice. I mean, you've been sending me something every day for the past week or so.
That's right. Since you didn't respond to that email, I had no choice but to contact you with my new number like this.
Did you go through all that trouble? What the hell?
Then I guess that means you'll be there.
No, I'm not going.
Why not? It's your sister's wedding. You can't wish happiness for your family? That's kinda...
Kinda what?
You're jealous of your sister's cuteness. Or you're jealous that you can't beat her in looks or love. Anyway, it will make you seem like the complete loser. If you don't want to come off that way, you'll just have to attend.
I don't care about your opinion of me, especially since I've already severed ties with you. And I don't care about you two. I haven't seen Liz once in the 5 years since I left that town. We're strangers to begin with.
Speaking of which, where did you move to? I asked Liz and my in-laws, but they said they didn't know.
Of course, I didn't tell them.
I knew it. Why don't you use the upcoming wedding as an opportunity to make up? Forever sulking like that, you're so uncool, you know.
Uncool?
Oh, got it. It's kind of like an extended escape. You initially planned to come back when things had settled down, but it turned out to be challenging, and now it's been 5 years. You're acting like a teenager.
I left home with no intention of going back from the very beginning.
What?
Maybe I'll swing by for some business down the line, but moving back or reuniting with Liz and her folks isn't on my radar. Do you think I'm sulking because Liz took you away from me? That's a bit much, don't you think?
Oh, come on. Don't be so stubborn. Liz is your only sister after all. Even if she's marrying your ex, you can still celebrate your little sister's wedding, right? I know you might have your feelings about it, but you should attend our wedding.
I guess you haven't heard anything yet.
What?
I just RSVP'd to your web invite with a decline.
Hey,
Also, there's something I mentioned before. Liz isn't my real sister. We are not blood related.
why did you decline? What kind of sister would bail on her sister's wedding?
Truth is, I don't have a sister.
You should know that I'm doing my best to help you reconcile with her.
So you don't care what I said again.
What? I don't care. Just show up on the wedding day.
I'm not going. Bye.
Hey Jane, why aren't you here?
Huh?
Don't me. The wedding has started.
Oh yeah. The wedding is today, huh?
You will make it to the reception after this, right? Oh, I heard there might be some train delays. Are you stuck in that too? If you are, just grab a cab and make your way here. Or maybe you're on the train and it's not moving.
I'm at home watching TV. I'm so uninterested in your wedding date that I forgot about it.
What? What do you mean?
I'm the one wondering why you think I'm going. I said I'm not going to be there. So there's no way I'm headed there.
But I said you should come.
So what? Don't be so selfish. If you think you can do whatever you want, you're wrong.
You're the wrong one. You're the wrong person not to come to your sister's wedding. This is going to ruin my surprise. Get your ass over here, within the hour.
Oh, I can't go any further.
Why not?
The wedding is in Central City, right? I don't live within an hour's drive of there by any means of transportation.
What?
Oops. I guess we've got another case we have to deal with.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, I received an annoying message from Liz too.
Liz? Why would Liz message you?
Excuse me then.
Hey! The wedding got cancelled. And on top of that, $30,000 in debt.
I see. You have that much debt too, huh?
Huh?
So, you and Liz planned to split the $60,000 wedding cost, right? You were both spending a lot, pretending you could afford it. When you realized you needed the money, you found out I had become the president of a certain company. That's why you contacted me in a panic.
Yeah. A friend of mine, who you met before, contacted me without knowing that we had already broken up. That's how I found out.
I see. So that's how it happened. So, how did you plan to get the money from me?
I didn't plan to take it from you. I was thinking of using the wedding as a surprise to reconcile you and Liz. In return, I was going to ask you for a loan of $30,000.
Are you stupid?
What?
I told you that I'm a stranger to them, didn't I? I once told you that Liz is not my real sister, right?
Really? I've never heard you say that.
You really don't care what's inconvenient for you. Go back and read our conversation. I've told you so many times.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before.
I lost my parents when I was 5 and was adopted, taken in by that family through an institution. But Liz was born right after that. I was treated roughly growing up. They supported my studies until high school, but after that, I was told to repay the debt I owed for being raised, so I got a job at a local company and lived on half of my salary. Then I started dating you, an employee of one of my clients. In the end, Liz took you away from me. My parents told me, Liz's boyfriend's ex-girlfriend is you, her sister, and we feel sorry for her. You should get out of this town. I resigned from the company I had been working for since I graduated from high school and left that town.
What? I've never heard of such a thing.
I don't know what Liz and her parents told you, but I told you that she's not my real sister. You didn't care though.
I didn't think it was that important.
No need to make excuses.
Look, But you're the president, right?
Well, I've been interviewed in the local paper, so I'll tell you. Rather soon after I left town, I was reunited with my uncle who was looking for me. He had high expectations for me because my skills were very important to the company he was running. So I became the president of the company 6 months ago.
Then you have a lot of money. Lend me $30,000. We used to be in a relationship, you know. You wouldn't want to see me drowning in debt, would you? Right?
Why are you like this? You and Liz.
Liz?
Both of you are asking me to give you $30,000.
What?
Liz was hitting me up for cash around the same time as you were.
What?
Liz, who's all about the money, had this grand idea of needing $30,000 for her wedding. She was scrambling to figure out how to get the funds. Somehow, she stumbled upon my interview online where I was mentioned as the president of a company. She said, "You're the president of the company. If you give me $30,000 as a congratulatory gift, I'll happily welcome you back into the family, considering you don't have any immediate family." She completely ignored the fact that I had taken over my uncle's company and demanded money like that.
What the hell is that? Liz buys so many brand name products, but she doesn't have any money?
She even went so far as to say, "If you give me $30,000, I'll lend you Ethan once in a while."
What?
I was so dumbfounded and furious that I went beyond anger, and my mouth was wide open. Now I've reconnected with my uncle, and his daughter, my cousin, feels as close to me as a real sister. With a family of my own, being married and having children, it's not accurate to say I have no immediate family. That's what I told her.
Oh, you're already married?
Yes. I don't need you to go out of your way to be merciful to me. I'm living a very fulfilled life.
Seriously?
I laughed when I heard from you. You were going to ask for money from me in the same way you did with Liz. As expected from a married couple, huh? Both of you are remarkably similar when it comes to foolish decisions. The matching debt amounts suit you well.
Damn it. Then just give me $15,000.
Are you serious? I don't have a penny to give you guys.
What?
Well then.
What will happen to me?
Goodbye.
Wait.
I thought, why do they spend $60,000 on a wedding just to look good? But it's not my place to say anything, so I let it go. However, I told Liz, "Got a wedding invite from Ethan," replied with a decline. "What's up with that?" And just shrugged it off. I don't know if that affected their relationship, but I heard that they ended up breaking up. Because they blamed the other party, and they are similar in that way too. However, the debt that each of them carried will never disappear. Liz's parents sold the family home to pay off the debt, but this led to a bad relationship within the family, and the family split up. It was also the house I grew up in, but I hated it so much and felt so good when I heard it. As for Ethan, it seems he borrowed money from some shady people. After being taken away by a tough-looking man, crying and wailing, there has been no contact from Ethan since.
Hi, Nadine. Why are you not here yet? Hi, Lisa. What are you talking about?
This is why I can't stand my useless daughter-in-law.
Skipping out on a promise with me. I'm sorry, but I really don't remember any promises. What are you referring to?
I asked you to drive me to the movie theater to meet my friend, remember? We've got just 5 minutes until the meeting time, and you're still not here. You're gonna make my friend wait too. What in the world are you thinking?
Oh, that thing. But sorry, as I mentioned yesterday, I could give birth any day now, so driving is difficult for me.
Oh, God, don't be so spoiled. You can still drive a car even if you're pregnant. Stop with the excuses and just get here already.
I can't.
Jeez.
It's almost time for the baby to arrive, you know? Right now, my body and the baby in my belly are the most important things. And besides, my car isn't available during the day.
Oh my, what kind of daughter-in-law are you? Thinking you're more important than your husband's mother. And you're saying you don't care if my friend and I can't catch a movie.
I said the car isn't available during the day.
I've been looking forward to the movie with my favorite actor for ages. It's gonna start soon if we don't hurry.
Then use public transportation like a bus or take a taxi if you're in such a rush.
My legs are not in good shape, so it's hard for me to walk to the bus stop. Just come quickly.
No, I will not. I'm not at home anyway.
What? You are not gallivanting around, are you?
No, I'm at the obstetrician's for a checkup today.
You should put that aside. Your doctor's office is near the movie theater, right? If you leave now, you'll just about make it in time. Hurry up!
I took a bus here.
No way!
Maybe you've forgotten. I mentioned it before, but the car is unavailable during the day. Arthur's car is in for maintenance right now, so he's been using mine for commuting.
Maintenance? Why didn't you say that sooner?
I've told you many times before, but you keep asking for the car. I thought you were just making unreasonable demands as usual.
Fine. You're such an incompetent daughter-in-law. If I had known, I would have just taken a taxi from the beginning. Are you okay, hon?
Arthur, aren't you busy at work?
It's lunch break now, so it's all good. Anyway, Mom sent me a ton of texts, like a flood of complaints. She complained that she was late for the movie because of you, and her friend was mad. Also, the taxi fare was so expensive that she had no money now. There were a bunch of other complaints too.
Oh, that. She completely forgot about the car being in for maintenance. She was really pushing me to drive her to the movie theater.
Geez, that's impossible.
I was already at the obstetrician's, and I explained again why I couldn't physically drive. Sounded like she understood and decided to take a taxi herself since she was late.
I see. I'm really sorry she caused trouble. She's always been forceful. Living nearby is an issue too.
Oh well, it's not something new. I'll just let it slide.
But I'm starting to worry about you and the baby. It's a bit late now, but do you want to take a refugee at your parents' temporarily?
Why?
Being so harsh on a pregnant woman who's about to give birth. Honestly, my own mother scares me. And about her bullying, I regret not noticing it until recently.
No, it's not your fault. I didn't talk to you about it.
Knowing you didn't want to badmouth her to me, right? Still, the fact that I couldn't protect you is the truth. So, please let me keep you safe this time.
Oh, thanks, hon. But I've already decided where to give birth, you know. Transferring at this stage might be difficult, I think.
I think we might be able to manage that somehow.
Oh, yeah?
My colleague has a relative who's an obstetrician. He recently opened a clinic near your parents' place. Maybe we can ask for their help.
Really? Then let's do that, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about the details when I get home tonight.
All right, got it.
Honey, I'm back, but you're not here. I just got home. Are you out shopping or something?
Arthur, please come help me.
What's going on? Where are you? Your mom suddenly showed up just before you came back, and she dragged me to her house. What the? But why? She said it was punishment for not giving her a ride and ordered me to clean the house and go grocery shopping for her. Seriously? Oh, I didn't actually obey her orders. I just pretended to go along because I was scared of resisting and causing any harm to the baby.
I see.
So, when she hopped in the shower, I slipped away. But my stomach's feeling tight now, and I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Wait, so you're not at her place now, right? Where are you?
I'm sitting on a bench in front of a post office in our neighborhood. Can you come pick me up?
Got it. I'll be right there.
God damn you, Nadine! Who do you think you are? You left without my permission the other day and didn't even contact me at all. You're not at the apartment. Where have you gone? Good morning, Lisa.
I'm asking where you've gone.
I'm at my parents' place.
What? Wait, are you at my place?
No, I meant my own parents' home.
What on earth? Why have you gone there?
I've decided to stay here until I give birth.
What? Staying with your parents? I opposed that decision, didn't I? You married into this family, so your parents are practically strangers now. But you just don't listen, do you? Disobeying my orders and returning there is not acceptable.
It was Arthur's idea, you know.
Arthur?
Even if you oppose it, it means nothing if my husband approves, right?
Well,
when you dragged me to your house the other day, my stomach started to tighten and it was very painful. He picked me up and rushed me to the hospital. Everything was fine though. When I felt better, I decided to stay with my parents. Despite my condition, Arthur took really good care of me and made sure I safely got here.
Just running away for your own convenience. You're overly dramatic about everything.
Overly dramatic? If something happened to our baby, would you take responsibility? I won't risk dangers accompanying your whims during such a crucial time right before my due date.
Whose whims are you talking about? Don't be so spoiled about it.
I don't think those are words coming from someone who has experienced childbirth.
How dare you! Let me tell you, when I was pregnant with Arthur, I managed all the household chores by myself until the very end. These days, you young people rush to the hospital over every little thing. You're all so spoiled.
Well, not every pregnancy fits into the same category. Some might have various risks to consider. I don't think everyone's being overly spoiled, you know. In any case, the transfer has already been completed and it's not feasible for me to return now.
Listen carefully. I said I was against you going back to your parents. Whatever the reason, I won't allow you.
I've told you Arthur suggested I return. I don't need your permission. Excuse me, but I need to rest now.
Nadine, divorce Arthur.
What's this all of a sudden?
I must say, I ended up with quite an absurd daughter-in-law. I was scolded by Arthur the other day. Seems like he's falling completely under your spell or something. It's really troublesome.
Spell?
So, I seriously thought about it. I've decided to introduce him to a better girl. You should get divorced after giving birth.
That's quite an extreme idea.
No, it's the obvious choice. Protecting my son from a bad woman is a mother's duty.
Well, why not? Okay. Really? Oh my, you're surprisingly compliant. But it's for the best. We'll have to proceed with the divorce discussion with Arthur now. Don't worry, he's already on board with it. We talked and decided together. Oh, I see. Well, finally you decided to obey me. It's ironic that it's regarding the divorce though. I'll have to find a good lawyer for him. As soon as I find one, I'll have him start the process, okay? Oh, by the way, I'll raise the grandchild. Contact me as soon as the baby is born. I'll come to pick up my grandchild and start the adoption process. Obviously, you won't be recognized as a mother. I'll make sure to state that in the document too. Listen, idiot, that's enough. You've been blabbering nonsense just because I don't stop you. Excuse me? Telling me to divorce and hand over my child? Who the heck do you think you are? Nadine? You can't even consider the feelings of Arthur, the son you gave birth enduring the pain because you're such a toxic parent. No wonder you feel nothing about bullying me, his wife. Why would I hand over a precious treasure to an extremely unreasonable knucklehead like you? Hold on, what's got into you? Oops, I apologize. I was just so taken aback by your outrageous remarks that I, slipped. Slipped? You just made some really terrible comments. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because of my hormones going wild. My emotions got the better of me. It's a relief we are not meeting face to face. How dare you act so defiant just because of divorce is decided? That was my true feelings, though. I don't want to talk or text with you anymore, so I'll hand over the baton to Arthur now. Wait, what? I'm not finished! Mom? Arthur? What's wrong with Nadine talking to me so rudely? She's going through a really crucial time right now. You need to back off. Hey, the divorce is happening, right? What in the crazy world are you talking about? But she told me so. We don't need that girl in our family. She's not suitable for you. So, get rid of her and come back to my place, okay? I'll find you a good lawyer. Snatch some alimony and grab custody of the baby. I haven't finished what I want to say, Mom. Oh, sure. Go ahead and tell me. We are not getting divorced. She just went along with you to avoid causing more headaches. Huh? But that's crazy. How is it crazy when we are about to have a baby? It's not unheard of, you know. Many people do it. By the way, we moved too. Why don't you come back home and live with me? I requested a transfer at work. It's far from your place, so moving back isn't an option. What's going on? Mom, do you know how to change a husband's surname to a wife's? Change a surname? It was a little complex with a court petition, a lot of paperwork, and a court hearing. Hold on a sec. Arthur, are you saying... This is the first time I'm telling you, but during my middle school years, there was a time I acted out after Dad and you divorced, right? It escalated, and I was about to get involved with some wrong people when Nadine snapped me out of it. She yelled at me saying, "Stop feeling sorry for yourself and start owning your life." Did she? You mean she bullied you? What a savage woman! Why focus on that point in this conversation? Because she yelled at you, my beloved son. I can't seem to get my point across at all. What do you mean? I thought you would cherish what I cherish and support me as I became a father. But I've been looking out for you, haven't I? Even now, I'm desperately trying to protect you from that overbearing wife, you know? I give up. I won't try to make you understand anymore. Huh? I've always appreciated everything you've done for me. But since I'm married, my first priority is to protect my wife and the unborn child. I can't stay close to someone who disrespects what I cherish the most. Arthur? Listen to me. Just come home for once anyway. I intend to take care of my grandchild without relying on Nadine, and I won't let you see our baby. What are you saying? I'll adopt a grandchild? Talking to you right now is getting nowhere. You probably don't understand why I chose to take her surname either. That's because she pressured you into it, right? She's such a ferocious woman yelling at a man. It's useless after all. Huh? Goodbye, Mom. Wait, what? Arthur? The next morning, Lisa stormed into my parents' place, yelling to give her back her son. But I was already admitted to the hospital due to the construction starting early in the morning. Of course, Arthur was on the way there for the birth. Both my parents happened to be out, so she was supposed to give up and leave. But guess what? She accidentally barged into the wrong house and went into her neighbor's place. She caused quite a ruckus and ended up with a hefty bill of $30,000 in property damages. Later on, Arthur's uncle, who's her older brother, took her back to their hometown in the countryside. She's now working tirelessly from morning till night to pay off the $30,000 debt she owes him for covering her expenses. She's got no proper work experience, and with that kind of personality, she's constantly being scolded by her boss and disliked by her colleagues. She's living a tough life.
Kira, tomorrow's finally your wedding! Congratulations! I can't believe you and Kenny are finally tying the knot. I'm feeling emotional already, you know? Hey, Hillary, thanks a bunch. Am I being ahead of myself here? Maybe I should have saved it for tomorrow. Not at all. You and the in-laws have been so accepting and caring. I'm really grateful for treating me like your own family. Even our dog Fluffy has taken a liking to you. Remember when he jumped all over you and didn't leave you alone during your first visit? That was crazy. Totally. And you, thank you so much. You've been there right from the start until now, despite being in the middle of a job hunt. Oh, come on. I'm already done with it anyway. Oh, you got an offer? Congrats. Thanks. I got it just yesterday. Guess we have to celebrate for you too then. It's fine, really. Seriously, you've helped us so much with the wedding. Especially getting that amazing poolside garden inside a 5-star hotel for the reception. It's incredible, all thanks to your connection. Just doing my duty as an older sister. Our parents are remarried, so Kenya and I are step-siblings, you know? But since he became my stepbrother, I've always wanted to do anything for him. The same goes for you, Kira. I want us to be like real sisters. That's so sweet. It's really reassuring to have you around. But that's not all, you know? What do you mean? I actually planned a surprise for you guys tomorrow. I hope you'll like it. I'll reveal more during the reception, so look forward to it. A surprise? I'm so excited. I promise you won't be disappointed. Guess you've got a lot to do for tomorrow. I'll let you go now. See you.
Hey, Hillary, what the heck were you thinking? Pushing Kira into the pool during the reception?
That's not true, Kenny. I didn't do it intentionally, you know. It was just an accident.
From where I was standing, it sure looked like you deliberately pushed her. You were the only one close to her at that moment.
Does she think the same too?
She's still unconscious. You know she twisted her ankle when she fell and drowned. She swallowed a lot of water. The doctor says she'll be okay though. But man, having the ambulance show up in the middle of the reception was a complete disaster. She was so looking forward to the wedding, and it meant a lot to me too. All ruined because of you, god darn it.
I swear I didn't mean any harm. You gotta believe me. She's my sister-in-law, for crying out loud. I would never intentionally harm my family. You and I aren't blood-related either, but we've been like real siblings, haven't we? I want the same relationship with her.
Right. I guess I was wrong. Sorry for doubting you.
No worries. I'm glad you believe me. I hope she wakes up soon.
Yeah, me too.
I want to visit her soon, but Mom, Dad, and everyone else are still upset. I'll make sure they're settled first.
Thanks. Everyone needs a reliable sister like you.
I'd do anything for you. Don't hesitate to lean on me.
You're the best. I'll get in touch again once Kira wakes up. Hi, Hillary. I'm sorry for causing trouble at the reception. I heard you looked after my family.
Oh, you came around already? I thought I got you pretty good.
Excuse me?
It would have been better if you just gone to the other side.
Hillary, are you okay?
Why do you ask?
Telling someone to go to the other side. You're not seriously thinking that, right?
I'm dead serious.
What?
Pushing you into the pool and messing up that crappy reception felt so good. I wish I could have finished you off. That's the only regret.
Pushing me? You were the one who pushed me into the pool? I did feel a force on my back, but I had no idea who it was. Even when I asked Kenny, he said he didn't see anything.
Oh, great!
Huh?
See, he's got my back after all. He trusts me more than he trusts you. Pushing you was the right call. You're not fit to be his wife after all.
Wait, what's gotten into you suddenly? You said you were happy about our marriage. You even mentioned wanting to be like real sisters. Remember?
I was just playing along, of course. When we first met, everyone was around, so I had to pretend to be happy for you guys, you know, for the show. I wouldn't just hand Kenny over to someone who appeared out of nowhere. Never!
Out of nowhere? We've been together for 7 years, since our freshman year of college.
I've been in love with him for 26 years, since I was 4.
Even if you deeply care about your brother, this is way over the top.
Not as my brother. I've decided to marry him since I was 4. We aren't blood-related siblings. So when I found out we could get married, I was over the moon. When I first met him, I felt a strong sense of destiny. He's my fate, my future husband. I felt it in my gut.
Do you really think a 4-year-old can feel all that?
Shut up! You came butting in and overshadowing me. So I came up with an amazing scheme to finish you off in the pool at a beautiful hotel. But you're as resilient as a cockroach and ruined everything.
I'm glad to be resilient. I can't stand the thought of being sent off for such a ludicrous reason. I understand that you resent me, but guess what? I'm his wife. The wedding might have been disrupted, but we've already submitted our marriage license.
So what's your point? You can get divorced, you know. I'm not giving him up to you. You're lucky it just ended with a fall in the pool this time. You won't be so lucky next time. Until you kick the buckets or divorce him, I won't hesitate to do what I need to.
If that's what you're up for, bring it on. I'll take appropriate measures too. Of course, I'll let Kenny know about this.
Do whatever you want. He's on my side. He's my sweet future husband who stands up for me. Whatever you say won't diminish the 26 years of bond. Hey, what have you done?
What are you talking about?
Don't pretend. I just got a rejection notice from the company where I had the job offer. You must have done something.
I think you're overthinking.
No way. With what happened, it's suspicious how conveniently the offer got rescinded.
I'm telling you, you're misunderstanding something. First of all, you never received an offer.
Yeah, right. What are you talking about?
Once an offer is made, there needs to be a valid reason to rescind it. But since you haven't received an offer yet, I had them just process it as a regular rejection. They were about to send out the letter in a day. It was seriously close. Haha.
How do you know all that?
Do you even know who I am?
Huh? You're Kira. You're the despicable woman who married my brother.
Anything else?
What else?
Ugh, you don't know? I'm astounded. You don't even know about the CEO whose company you wanted to work for?
Huh? The CEO? What? You?
I was surprised too. I've been busy preparing for the wedding, so I left the business to do COO for a while. I had no clue you interviewed for a job at my company.
That's got to be a lie.
I did mention it when we first met. Weren't you listening?
Well, yeah, I just thought you were bluffing. A clueless woman like you is the CEO? Impossible.
Clueless? That's rude, you know. Well, I'm a bit ashamed of myself at how close I got to leaving this life because of you. But thanks to your bold move, my HR staff noticed you and your hiring got stopped.
No way!
You know, a lot of my employees were at the wedding. I couldn't believe that with so many guests there, no one saw you pushing me. I asked around a bit and got a bunch of people who witnessed it. There are plenty who saw you in action right at that moment. When I checked, I found a crucial shot among the others the photographer captured.
Ha, whatever. There are plenty of job opportunities out there in this world. I decline to work for your company anyway. I've got Kenny. No matter what you or anyone else says, he'll always have my back.
I don't think so, Hillary.
Huh? Kenny?
He wanted to chat with you directly after I showed him our conversation, so I added him here.
I heard everything after Kira woke up. It was you who pushed her after all. I was a fool to trust you, even for a moment.
Kenny, why? How could you believe this woman over me? We've built a bond as siblings for 26 years, but you choose her over me?
Sorry, but I can't trust you anymore. I'm furious and honestly disgusted.
Disgusted? What do you mean? I'm beautiful, ain't I? I've always been there for you and watched over you. I'm your big sister, for God's sake.
That's the thing.
You said you trusted me.
As a family, I trusted you. We're not blood related, but I relied on you like a real sister. You were always caring to me and our parents. I thought you were a good person. I never thought you were the kind of person who would push Kira into a pool or threaten her.
But what else could I do? You picked that woman over me. I thought maybe if I got rid of her, you'd choose me.
That doesn't make any sense. Even if she were gone, I don't even want to think about it. But even then, I wouldn't choose you.
How come? Don't you see how much I love you?
That creeps me out, you know. I was only 1 when you were 4. Thinking you looked at me like that since I was a baby gives me chills. Seriously.
I showed him all the messages you sent me before. He got goosebumps for real. It was pretty sad.
That can't be true. I can't believe you're not accepting my love. I get it. You're being threatened by her, right?
Huh?
What?
Kenny, you can be honest, you know. It's okay to say I'm the one you truly love. You want to divorce that shallow fling from college and be with me, who's been with you for 26 years, right?
Got it.
Yes!
I want nothing to do with you anymore.
What?
You've got a lot to say about the love of my life. Listen, she started a business and has been more successful since college. She wanted to prioritize work over marriage, but I begged her to reconsider. I promised her I'd never make her regret it and to make her happy. She finally agreed after I pleaded and persuaded her.
Wow.
I'm glad I married him. He treats me so well and I'm really happy.
You've got to be kidding me. I thought she was the one who seduced you.
You tried to send the woman I adored to the other side. You pretended to be happy and celebrate our marriage, but laughed behind the scenes, right? I should have declined the poolside wedding when you suggested it. I can never forgive you for what you did to her.
Don't say that, Kenny. We're siblings bonded by strong ties, right? We've always had each other's backs.
You're not my sister anymore. Get lost. Stay out of our lives from now on.
No, please.
Have you guys had enough chat between the siblings? I think the police should be arriving at your place soon.
What? The police? For what?
Well, you're a suspect for attempted murder. I mean, I did mention there's photographic evidence of you pushing me into the pool, right?
Jeez, going to the police is overreacting. I apologize, so please reconsider.
I already reported you, so...
Kenny! Convince her!
It was actually me who suggested going to the police. I felt I had to be firm about this, especially since you're my family.
This is too much.
I've already told Mom and Dad about this. They said if you're guilty, they want you to reflect on it and take responsibility.
Hillary tried to evade the arrest and fled from her home before the police arrived. But the family dog, Fluffy, tracked her scent and they found her. She was taken away in the back of a patrol car. Ha ha ha. Regarding the incident of being pushed into the pool, it was eventually settled out of court, so she didn't end up in prison. After being rejected by my company, she struggled to find a job. She tried asking her parents and relatives for help, but they all turned her down. Ha ha ha. In the end, she's juggling multiple part-time jobs to cover my hospital bill, the cleaning expenses for my wedding dress, and the compensation I claimed. As for me, my professional and private lives are going amazingly, and I'm enjoying life every day. Before marriage, I prioritized work and thought I didn't want kids. Lately, influenced by Kenny's love, I'm thinking maybe expanding the family wouldn't be a bad idea. Hello, Bruce. I have something important to tell you. Can we talk?
Miss Victoria, I was so worried about Trisha. Since she cancelled our date, I haven't heard back from her. Trisha went to the hospital, right? How is she doing?
They told me she had cancer and only had a year to live.
What? No way, are you serious? Trisha is only 24 years old.
It's true. I wish we would have found it earlier. I never thought she'd get cancer. She didn't get a checkup for cancer screening before. By the time we found it, it was too late.
What? I don't know what's going on. She was fine just a little while ago.
I'm sorry for messaging you like this so suddenly. Trisha asked me to tell you.
I don't know what to say. I can't think about anything right now.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it either. I kept asking my doctor if there was some mistake, but it was real.
Trisha has cancer and only has a year to live.
I knew I had to tell you, her fiancé, as soon as possible, but I was busy going back and forth between the hospital and home. I couldn't get my mind right, so I couldn't contact you right away. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you.
Hold on. I don't know what to do.
I know it's confusing to hear this suddenly.
Do you know what caused it?
We don't know the cause. She doesn't smoke or drink. She has always said her health came first, and she was very careful about her diet. She seemed to enjoy her work. She didn't seem stressed out. And we don't have a family history of cancer, so I guess you could say it was bad luck.
I see.
So, I have a favor to ask you, Bruce.
Sorry. I have to take care of something now. I have to go.
Wait, listen to me just a little longer. Trisha needs you.
I can't see Trisha when she's like this. I can't do it right now, even if you ask me to stay by her side.
It's not like that. I understand how you feel. I won't ask you to see her. I just want you to talk to Trisha just once. She says there's something she really wants to tell you, so can you call her?
No, I really don't have time. I can't even talk to her.
Please, just once is all I need. Trisha is too worn out to send messages, so let me call you just once.
I told you, I really can't do this right now.
Sorry, Bruce.
Trisha, hold on.
I really wanted to meet you and apologize properly, but I'm not feeling well.
I see. Like I told your mom, I can't come to you.
I know, it's too much for you. Thanks for everything. The 2 years I spent with Bruce were a lot of fun.
No, Trisha, don't say something like that. It's too early to give up.
I've only got a year to live. It can't be helped. There's no hope for a cure. We have to cherish the life we have left and live one day at a time.
Trisha, I'm kind of busy. Can I go now?
Okay. I'm sorry to call you when you're busy. You don't have to come to the hospital, but it would be nice to talk once in a while.
I don't know if that's possible.
Bruce?
I think we're done here. I'm hanging up. Please don't call me like that.
I'm sorry. Trisha has been worried about you for a long time, and she said she really wanted to talk to you.
I'm sorry, but I'm calling off the engagement.
What? You won't see her anymore?
I can't see her now, so please let Trisha know. Miss Victoria, please stay away from me too.
What? Looks like there's no point in holding you back. Okay, I understand. My name is Trisha. I'm 24 years old. My parents divorced when I was very young and my mother raised me by herself. I've been sick for a while, so I went to the hospital for a checkup and found out that I have cancer. I was told that I'm at a stage where there's nothing the doctor can do, and I had only 1 year to live. I had been getting annual checkups, but I had never had a cancer screening. I never thought I would get cancer at such a young age. I have been dating my fiancé Bruce for 2 years now. He just recently proposed to me. We had just written out our registration and were about to submit it. It's really depressing and I feel like crying and screaming, but I've decided to keep my emotions to myself and not share them with anyone. Whether or not I can marry Bruce doesn't matter to me. I just want him to be with me until the end of my life. I understand that it's difficult for him to be with a fiancé who has been given a limited time to live. Still, I hope to spend the remainder of my life with him, at the very least.
Hey, I just saw you with a woman at the hospital. Who was that woman? What?
You told me to stay away from you, so I didn't talk to you, but I think I've seen that woman somewhere before.
Is this the hospital where Trisha is staying? I didn't know.
So, who the hell is that woman? Why were you in the hospital?
She's my ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend?
Yes, we got back together just the other day. She just got off work. I was just picking her up.
What? Oh my god, she's a doctor here at the hospital. That's why she looked so familiar. Are you in a relationship already?
Kinda, yeah.
Seriously? Well, you've already called off your engagement to Trisha. I guess no one has the right to interfere with your love life.
Trisha didn't see me with her, did she?
Don't worry about that. Trisha is too worn out to leave the hospital room right now because she can't move.
Really? I don't want to make things awkward, so please keep it a secret, Miss Victoria.
Fine. I don't want to hurt Trisha, so I'll keep quiet.
Well, I have an important appointment with her, so if you'll excuse me.
Okay, I understand that you have your own life.
I know Trisha's going through a tough time, and I disappointed you. I'm sorry I'm such a jerk.
I wish you could have been there for Trisha, but it can't be helped.
I'm sorry.
But I hope when things settle down, I'd like you to visit Trisha once in a while. I feel like just seeing your face, it might extend her life a little.
I'm sorry, but I can't promise anything.
Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
I'm sorry, I'm really busy. Excuse me.
Bruce, what's going on? Explain it to me so I can understand.
What?
The doctor you said was your girlfriend came to Trisha's room out of the blue. She's not her doctor, so what's going on?
I didn't hear anything.
Trisha said she came to check on her. She was so surprised that I wasn't there. I don't understand what's going on.
Maybe she thought no one was here. Did she say anything?
She said she just came to check on Trisha's condition. How often do doctors suddenly examine a patient they're not in charge of? On top of that, she came here assuming that I wasn't there. Sneaking around like that is suspicious.
I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor and I don't know what's going on. I can't say anything unless I ask her.
That woman, maybe she did something strange to Trisha, like giving her some kind of weird medicine or...
No, she wouldn't do anything like that. She's a good doctor. I think she went to see her in person. to find out if there was a more effective way to treat her.
That's unnecessary. We don't want any treatment.
What?
Because it's already too late for Trisha, isn't it?
Are you sure she doesn't want to get treatment?
There's nothing we can do. Trisha knows she can't be saved. That's why she doesn't want any unnecessary treatment, and I feel the same way as Trisha.
I see.
And I can't allow your girlfriend to come to her hospital room. I'm sure she thought it was a good thing that Trisha, your ex-fiancé, has only a year to live. I'm sure she just came to see her for the fun of it. I bet she's proud of herself for getting back together with you now.
No, she's not that mean. She works there, so I guess I can't blame her for coming in and out of your hospital room.
Trisha got sick and even broke off her engagement, and you still want her to suffer more?
Trisha doesn't have to suffer. Trisha doesn't know about her, right? So there's nothing to worry about.
But Trisha might find out sooner or later. Your girlfriend might tell you that she's dating you. Don't let her near Trisha again. Let her live out the rest of her life in peace instead of giving her a hard time.
I'm not working at the hospital, so I can't help you there.
Then at least tell her to stay away from us.
We're moving Trisha to a new hospital right now.
What?
I found it. I found a great doctor who might be able to treat Trisha's cancer. I've talked to her doctor and we've already decided where we're going to transfer her.
What are you talking about? I told you we are not going to treat her.
But I just couldn't give up. I was looking for a doctor who could help Trisha.
Leave Trisha alone. You have a new girlfriend, don't you?
Actually, she's not my ex-girlfriend or anything. She's just a childhood friend. When you caught me with her at the hospital, you had the authority over Trisha. So I quickly lied and said she was my ex-girlfriend.
What? Why?
If you found out that I'm looking for a doctor who can treat Trisha, I'm sure you would reject me or stop me. It would be unnatural for me, an outsider, to be talking to a doctor at a hospital like that. But if I told you that it was my ex-girlfriend, I'm sure you will understand.
What?
So my childhood friend was secretly consulting with Trisha's doctor on my behalf. But there are some things that only family can get into.
You're right. You can't make decisions on your own. Besides, you broke off your engagement with Trisha.
That's why I decided not to break off the engagement. I registered my marriage with Trisha.
What?
I have to be her spouse to receive all the information. Right now, I'm the one who has the authority over Trisha's treatment.
What are you doing? Trisha never said she was married to you. It's strange that I wasn't informed of the marriage.
I'm sorry that I had to inform you now, but you were against Trisha's treatment. If our marriage is annulled or something, even if I found a great doctor, it would be difficult to transfer Trisha to a different hospital.
So your childhood friend's doctor came to see Trisha.
I apologize for making you feel uneasy, and for not being truthful about it. I really wanted to save Trisha. I have to transfer Trisha to a different hospital. I'm so stupid, it's the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry for being so selfish.
You're such a...
When you told me that Trisha had only a year to live, I wanted to hurry up and call my childhood friend doctor.
So that's why you said you were busy.
That's right. We can't waste even a second. I hear that cancer progresses faster in young people.
That's why you've been working so hard. I don't know anything, and I've said a lot of terrible things about you. I'm so sorry.
No, it was my fault for doing things on my own. It's natural to be misunderstood. Anyway, Miss Victoria, we'll arrange for an ambulance to take Trisha to the hospital, and she'll be admitted immediately upon arrival.
Will Trisha survive?
She said there's still a way to save her. Let's hope.
Bruce, thank you.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth. By the way, is Trisha available to answer the phone? I'd like to talk to her if possible.
I don't think she can type, so I'll just call you on the phone. Hello?
Trisha, we are going to transfer to a hospital with a great cancer doctor.
What? Transferring to a hospital?
I found it. He's a great doctor who has helped many patients suffering from the same cancer as you. I had my childhood friend doctor look for him and finally found him.
Bruce, you don't have to do that. I have a year to live, remember? It doesn't make sense to transfer me to a hospital now.
No, even with the same symptoms, different doctors see things differently. The great doctor said it's too early to give up. Bring her in right away. He said the sooner the better, so come with me.
Sorry, Bruce. I'm glad you feel that way, but I don't want to be transferred. I don't want to bother you.
You are not bothering me. I'll do anything to save you. I'd even give my life to you.
Your feelings are all I need. Thank you. Bruce, go live your life without me. When I'm gone, I want you to forget about me and be happy.
Without you, I can't be happy. My life is intertwined with you, Trisha.
What?
I don't know if your mother told you, but I've already submitted the marriage registration.
No way. When did this happen?
Before we found out about cancer, we signed it together and had it ready, didn't we? I just submitted it as we planned.
I thought you had already thrown it away a long time ago.
You are my wife, Trisha. I will protect you for the rest of my life.
Bruce, what should I say?
Trisha, please don't give up. Live with me. Let me do everything I can for you.
But there's a strong possibility that I won't live long, you know? Even if I get better, I don't know when it will get worse again.
I don't care. I want to be with you. I want you to live with me. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry I made you sad. I couldn't see you because I was afraid I'd cry if I saw your face. I'm a bad guy, aren't I? I didn't tell you because I thought I'd disappoint you if I couldn't find a doctor who could help you.
Bruce, thank you.
I heard everything. Thank you, Bruce. I'm sorry I doubted you. No, I just couldn't give up like that. I'm sorry for being so selfish. If I hadn't found a doctor who would help Trisha, I don't know what would happen to me. I couldn't imagine my life without Trisha. I'm such a weak man.
That's not true. She won't find anyone who would go to such lengths for her.
But because I lied, I made Trisha and her mother feel bad, even if only for a moment. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm grateful that my daughter found a wonderful person like you.
Thank you, Miss Victoria. I'll ride in the ambulance with you and stay with Trisha.
What? But I have to go with her.
I'll take care of it. Have you been having trouble sleeping since Trisha was admitted? I'll pick her up later.
But...
if you get sick, she will be worried. Don't worry about me. You can count on me from now on.
You're right, Bruce.
I will be honest when I'm having a hard time too. You may think I'm a weak person, but I will do my best. Let's not suppress our painful feelings. Let's share them together.
Thank you. I've been in pain for a long time. I can't tell anyone, and I can't show my crying face to Trisha either.
I know it's hard for you. Me too. But we are starting to see hope. I've arrived at the hospital, so I'm going to the hospital room now.
And so I was transferred by ambulance, accompanied by Bruce, to the hospital where there was a famous cancer doctor. But I had less than a year to live, so the hardest part of my treatment began.
What the hell was for breakfast today? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm sorry, wasn't it good? I tried my best to make it.
No, it was so delicious, it was shocking. I appreciate you cooking for me every day.
Oh God, you scared me. I mean, aren't you at work right now? Are you not busy at work?
I'm on a train on the way to the client's office. I just wanted to thank you. Anyway, are you sure you're okay getting up so early to make breakfast for me? Take it easy, babe. If you're sleepy, you should go to sleep.
Thank you for being such a caring husband, babe. I'll be fine. I'm resting time to time.
That's good. The day after tomorrow is the wedding, so get some rest and get yourself ready.
I know.
Don't get too excited and hurt yourself. You're so clumsy and tend to fall easily.
That's right, I need to calm down. But Mom is more excited than me. She can't sleep because she's so excited to see me in my wedding dress.
You and your mother are just alike in that way.
Don't say that. Oh, I'm so happy. But 3 years ago, I was told that I had 1 year to live. I never thought I'd have a wedding day. I thought wearing a wedding dress would be just a dream.
I won't let it end as a dream. I'm glad I get to stand next to Trisha in her wedding dress.
Thank you, Bruce. Don't cry at the wedding, okay?
I won't. Trisha, please stay by my side forever. I can't wait for tomorrow.
On the day of the wedding, the sky was clear and cloudless. In front of my mother, relatives, and friends, Bruce and I pledged our eternal love. Bruce and I had always said that we would never cry.
But as soon as the wedding ceremony started, he cried a lot. He cried throughout the ceremony, and the people who attended couldn't help but cry along. It was a tearful wedding, but everyone was smiling and congratulating us despite their tears. I will never forget this day for the rest of my life. When I was told 3 years ago that I had only 1 year to live, I had completely given up on the idea of living. But thanks to Bruce, who helped me find a good doctor and transferred me to a different hospital, I'm still living a healthy life. However, I am still going to the hospital, and I can't say that I'm cured completely. I don't know how much longer I can live, but I will cherish each and every day and will spend my time with the happiness of being able to be with my loved one.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.